What's up, everybody? Today, as you can see by the title of the video, I want to give my honest review on Schneider National Orientation. Just got back, just got my certificate yesterday. So, that being said, let's get started. All right, so first things first, Schneider will take care of transportation. If you need to get there, mine was in Charlotte. Let me preface that by saying mine was in Charlotte, North Carolina. I haven't seen people do reviews on exactly which Schneider orientation they went to, because there's one in Charlotte, there's one in Atlanta, and I believe there's one in like Milwaukee or something. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, they have a few of them. So mine was in Charlotte, North Carolina. I live in the Fayetteville area, so I drove myself. But people were there from like Virginia and uh, Kentucky and all these different places. So they got transportation, they got Uber, they got flights, whatever. They got reimbursed. Schneider takes care of the travel to get there. If you're going to Schneider orientation, you'll arrive on Sunday, and the training actually starts on Monday. And you'll be there for 2 weeks. First day, you're gonna check into the hotel, and I will say the hotel is pretty butt. So don't expect to be in a nice fancy hotel, because it's not that good. Um, and it's also they put you in rooms with people, so you'll have a roommate, which is also not good. I didn't like that. Now, I'm gonna say this, that I had very few complaints about the orientation. I think the training was great. Everything was really good. But there were a few things, and one of them was the hotel arrangements. It's one thing to be in a trashy hotel. It's another thing to have a roommate in a trashy hotel. So that was like, yeah, I didn't like that at all. They did feed you twice a day, if you count that, really once a day, because the hotel fed you breakfast, but the breakfast is pretty butt too. Hard bagels, eggs and sausage every day. I guess some people liked it. Yeah, and then they feed you lunch when you get to the OC, and you have your options of like chicken tenders and fries, burgers and fries, and salad, and then whatever is special they have that day. I'm going all over the place, but I'm just, reminiscing on what happened. So that's the food situation. And then dinner, you have to take care of that yourself. If you are being flown out or whatever, you probably have to do Uber Eats. A lot of people are complaining about that because you're in Charlotte. Traffic is crazy as soon as you get out of class, and people have to Uber or go to Walmart, or they have no transportation. I have my car, so I was fortunate enough to go to Food Line or whatever, get some things that I needed. But other than that, that is the food situation, the hotel, whatever. Next, I'm gonna go with the first day. The first day was pretty boring. It was the most boring. The first day and the last day were boring. First day, you're gonna sit in the classroom all day. You're gonna, basically, go over all the paperwork, and you're gonna watch a lot of videos and PowerPoints and all that. Do your benefits, W-2 stuff, whatever. So that was pretty boring. If you don't have boots, you need like steel toe, non-slip, water resistant boots. If you don't have those before coming to training, you'll have to get them with Schneider, and they have like a whole trailer full of boots that they'll walk you in, and you could pick based on whatever size you wear. And if you get boots with them, it'll just come out your first paycheck. So I knew I didn't have boots, and I was like, I'm gonna get them when I go there. And that was cool. It's $90, so $90 gonna come out your first paycheck with them. Let's see. After that, on the first day, still, you sit in the class, you get your boots if you don't have them. They give you a vest. They give you a whole bunch of paperwork, books, all the stuff. And then they, at the end of the day, like wrapping up at the end of the day, they showed us how to get in and out of, the truck and trailer for safety reasons, whatever, because, despite what you learn, you have to learn everything the Schneider way, is what they kept saying. So, which, I mean, they're pretty efficient when it comes to safety, I will say. So, yeah, they teach you how to get in and out of the truck. If you get in, you're going to have to immediately put your seatbelt on. Don't try to close the door. You got to get in and put your seatbelt on, then close the door. That's the Schneider way. Yeah. Stuff like that. They're going to teach you how to close the trailer and open the doors of the trailer and, latch them properly so they don't swing back on you, how to get in the trailer, all this stuff. What else? After that, I will say, the first day was boring. But after the first day, it kind of flew by because, after that you start driving, start doing maneuvers. They teach you, like, second day, you're on the yard. By the way, there's an OC. You're going to go to the report to the OC every day. And they're going to pick you up. Your day is going to be like this. In the morning, they're going to pick you up from the hotel at 06. From the hotel, you're going to shuttle from the hotel, and they're going to take you to the OC. The OC, you're going to sit around till like 7 o'clock. They picked us up at 6. Our day wouldn't start till 7. So you're going to be watching a whole lot of videos. They're going to give you a whole lot of videos to watch. You got to watch them, before you can graduate, whatever. So you're going to be doing that in your free time. And then when 7 o'clock hits, you're going to get on the bus and you're going to go to the yard. The yard is where all the, trucks and trailers are. You're going to practice your maneuvers. You're going to leave from the yard and do your, go on your road tests and all that stuff. So second day, you're going to be on the yard. And from the second day to the last day, you're going to be on the yard. You're very rarely going to be in the OC unless it's for lunch or it's for in the morning, and then when you're leaving. So the yard is pretty much where we were all day. So you might want to check the weather, how the weather is going to be. Yeah, I was, blessed enough to have a lot of sunny days, a few windy ones and dirt kicking all over the place. So, if you a waiver or whatever, you protect your hair, bring a do-rag. But yeah, so you're going to be on the yard. And from the second day on, it kind of flew by because we were in the trucks a lot, which I appreciated. I appreciated being in the trucks and driving and everything. It kind of made the day go by pretty fast. They're going to teach you, the Schneider way of doing maneuvers, driving, turn late, all that good stuff. So if you can't drive, I will say they're going to work with you. They're not just going to let you, because at the same time, it's kind of like an interview for a job. So even though you're in training, it doesn't guarantee that you have the position. There were 2 people that went home or that got sent home because, they weren't getting it. So they're not training you to, no, how do I word this? They're trying to already work with what you have. They're not trying to, start from the bottom with you. If you ain't got it, then they're not, you know what I'm saying? So now they will work with you. I will say that. They gave this one guy, he was there and there's 2 weeks and they separate you by weeks. So I was week 1 when I first got there. This guy should have been week 2, but he got sent back to week 1. He turned out to be my partner when we were driving. So we would do pre-trip together. And then we would drive and post-trip, all that stuff. So, and it was 2 of us paired with the trainer. And our trainer was really good. But the guy, he was already, uh, I don't know what you call it, reset, whatever. And then uh, he wasn't getting it. He couldn't even like straight line back. And that's, if you got your CDL, that's like the first backing maneuver they teach you. So if you can't straight line back, it's kind of hard for you to do any of the other maneuvers that they teach you. Plus, he was having problems like, just driving, holding up traffic, turning too early, certain things that you just should know not to do when you have your CDL. So I say that to say if you're struggling with certain things, you might want to, listen to what they say. They will work with you, but just don't get sent home if you're coming here. Um, what else? Got the first day, got arrival. Also, I will say that the trainers were great. I mean, shout out to Dwayne. Dwayne was a great trainer. I mean, all the trainers are really great. They want to help you. They want to see you, succeed. They're really good people. I heard a lot of bad reviews about Schneider orientation. Maybe some people had bad experiences. I didn't, you know. Trainers were great. They really were, they really did. They were really patient. And they taught a lot. Like I learned a lot. So my honest opinion about Schneider orientation overall, I'll give it like a 8, 8.5. Keith Lee stuff, 8.5 out of 10. I'll give it that. It was pretty good. I liked it. Other than the hotel and the food, or hotel food and yeah, the hotel was a big one. What else? So from day 2 to the last day, you're pretty much gonna be driving. So it's kind of hard for me to sum that up. You're just gonna be doing pre-trip, post-trip. They're gonna teach you about, their system, how you do logs and all these different things. So they're gonna work with you on that. Oh, another thing is this: the pay is gonna be trash. So don't expect no high, don't. You getting paid $10 an hour, working 8 hours. My first check was like, well, and then they pay you by week, but my first check was like 400 something. And, I got boots. So they took 90 from that. So my first check wasn't really nothing. Well, I mean, actually, plus taxes. So it wasn't initially, I got 400 back. It was probably like 700 or something like that, or whatever. But yeah, so don't expect nothing big with your pay. But I think I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I just wanted to give my honest review on the training and everything. I think that's pretty much it. And other than the hotel, I had it was good for me. I didn't have any problems with it. I thought the trainers were good. I thought the OC was actually like really nice. I liked it overall. Trying to think. Yeah, that was pretty much it. So hopefully that answers some questions. I know when I was doing my research on Schneider National, I was looking for, exactly which one that I would be going to, and I couldn't find it. So yeah, this is for the Charlotte OC, Schneider National Training. So if you're going to this one, then that is what you should expect. Yeah, second day to the last day, you're going to be driving. So it's really not much to say with that. They're going to train you on everything. Yeah, and they'll work with you. So, don't be messing up. It's kind of hard to get sent home, I think. They just follow the steps and you'll be good. And yeah, this is one thing I forgot. On the last day, you're going to they're going to give you tablets, the tablets that you've been working with the whole time you're there. You're going to take those home. And on the last day, they're going to give you your information about, where you're going next following the end of week 2. And you're going to you're going to get your trainers, your TEs, contact information. They'll reach out to you or you'll reach out to them. It's going to give you all your information about what you're going to be doing over the weekend. You're going to have your 34-hour reset, and then they're going to give you all the information on what you should do and how to meet your trainer and everything. Yeah, and that's it. Your TE will reach out to you, and starting week 3, that's a whole nother training, but you'll be done with, OC, being done with like the Schneider national training, initial training, I guess. But yeah, overall, again, I'll say it's probably like an 8.5 out of 10. I didn't have any issues. Trainers were great. Pay was butt. Hotel was butt. But I will say this too. If you want your own hotel room, I don't know. This worked for me without paying. This worked for me. I don't know if it's going to work for you. The first night, my first night, so that Sunday I got to the hotel, met my roommate. We were on the same account, and, that was cool. Bruh, went to bed, and this guy, now mind you, he's like 60-something years old. He's a nice dude. But he had the worst snore I've ever heard in my life. And I hope he's not seeing this. It's all good. I don't blame you. It's nothing you can control. But it was the worst snore I've ever heard in my life. I could not sleep at all. And I woke up that Monday exhausted. And like I said, we were sitting in the classroom that whole Monday. So I was like dozing in and out of sleep. But I went to the hotel that morning, or the desk that morning, and I told the guy, what my issue was, or the lady what my issue was. And she said that, we'll try to figure something out for you when you come back. I was like, cool. Came back that afternoon. There was a guy there. He gave me a key to a different room. I asked if I could switch rooms, and he gave me a key to a different room. I went in there and said, hey, there's 2 people in that room. Well, the first time the key wasn't working. The second time he gave me a key to a different room. The second time there were 2 people already in that room. The third time, I think the key wasn't working again to a different room. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to just stay in the room already. I'm going to just stay, whatever. And I guess he felt bad, and he called my room when I was in the shower, and the guy, my roommate, had answered and told me to go back down there. He wanted to, see what he could do or whatever. Fast forward, he ended up giving me a different room for free. I didn't have to pay for it. I didn't have to come out of pocket, nothing. So I don't know. Maybe you could try that if you, like me. I actually had a issue. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't manage, with that snoring for 2 weeks. But, give it a shot if you're trying to get your own room. I don't know. Maybe it'll work for you. Just say, your roommate, blah, 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 whatever. And maybe. If not, oh well, don't sweat it. But yeah, overall, again, Schneider training so far has been really good. They're very safety oriented. And yeah, I have no complaints other than the hotel. So I hope that everything works out for whoever's watching this. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on my Schneider journey. I plan to be here for at least a year. So yeah. All right. See you.